What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Mo, if you can hear me, share it. Mark, if y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. All right. So I'm having a little problem with my camera, but I'm gonna do my intro. Then I'm gonna let my team come on till I get this camera situation fixed. But I didn't want to start late because y'all know how we can be sometimes. So we got a pretty good show today. We're gonna talk about some things that's on my mind, some things we're gonna discuss in the future. But today is the 24th of June, 2026. This is about 6:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is Random Thoughts with DVP, with me and my friends, also known as the Misfits. We're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna come here, we're gonna have a little fun, hope we can entertain and educate you at the same time. It is Men's Mental Health Month, and you know, we were slipping. I'm gonna take the blame though, because I'm the host. We should have been talking about this all month instead of the end of the month. So I'm gonna take the hit for that one. But hey, it is what it is. We're gonna get better each and every time. So I just want to know how y'all doing. If y'all got stuff y'all want to talk about, y'all know what to do. Just put it in the chat. Hit us up later. We're gonna do a better job of getting shows y'all want. Like I said, we're gonna talk about some. We're gonna make sure we start talking about how to be better as a people, how to be better individually, how to grow yourself. But as Mo always say, you got to want this stuff. We're gonna have fun with it, but we're still trying to educate you. This week has been pretty interesting for me. I've had a good time, with the exception of my camera not working. And I just want y'all to relax and enjoy, and know that, you know, sometimes it seems like people hate the word loser, or that they lost, and people, oh, I didn't lose. You know, if I didn't win, I got smarter. This. It's okay. You know, it's okay. You know, we seem to be a world full of titles, and some titles we don't like, but sometimes you got to embrace that to be a better you. And I'm sure Mark can understand this because we play sports together. Winning teaches you very little. Losing teaches you a lot. Because when you win, you get complacent because you think you know everything. You think you got this. When you lose, and just because we play sports, sometimes you can be the better team and still lose just because you got arrogant in one situation. Everybody ain't blowout material. Sometimes one mistake is all it takes, and you got to learn from that one mistake. And like I said, and I'm picking on Mark now because he's a coach. He can tell you sometimes that one mental lapse is what'll cost you everything. You got to stay focused the whole time. And when you're going through life, you're gonna hit some roadblocks, some hurdles and stuff. And you know what? The first time you might not get it right. It's okay. Learn from that. But it's okay to accept the fact that you lost this time, but learn from it. The problem is when you lose and you continue to do the same things over and over and over and over again. You know, according to, I think it's Mark Twain or Einstein, I don't know, but that's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. To get better, take the L. Ask yourself, what did I do wrong? How could I have gotten around this? What can I do better? And as much as we don't like to admit it in life, every now and then, you know what you got to do? You got to say, shit, you know what? These people was better than me. They were more trained than me. Or sometimes that it is what it is. And you just got to get better. Figure out how to get around that. When you look at athletes and you see the people talking about the Larry Birds of the world who had no athletic skills at all, but he had the heart of a champion. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school team one year, and look at him turn out to be one of the greatest ever. Everybody hit a setback. It's how you handle that setback that's what you keep going. So, I know we're supposed to have a mental health therapist here to come talk to us. I'm gonna see if she's gonna come on. But this is the first question I'm gonna leave y'all with as I bring Mo, Sherry, and Mark onto the stage. You know what? First, I'm gonna let them say something while I'm working on this, and then I'll ask them a question so I can take off for a minute. So first, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this the gentleman way. Let me bring Sherry to the stage. See what's going on her. So Sherry, go on and cut your mic on because we know how you like to cut your mic off and be talking. We be missing the good shit. So, welcome to the show, Sherry.
Good evening, everyone.
Hold on, she got the off the shoulder thing going on. What's up? What we doing? What we doing?
I had a brunch date today. Thank you very much.
So you out there playing Predator Prey with him, huh?
I was outside today.
Oh, okay. So what's going on with you?
So nothing, just maintaining, I guess, just living life. I was looking at some a reel from a Oprah show that kind of had me disturbed, but that's for another day. It's about abusive men towards women. So, but we can talk about that another day. But it kind of bothered me a little bit, but I'm okay.
All right. Well, we will schedule for another show though. Because we like to keep updating stuff, and ain't nothing wrong with having the same topic 2-3 times. Because we're supposed to have some topics part 2, 3, 4, and 5, and sometimes we fall so we don't keep notes. So
yeah.
But let me bring the resident peacemaker to the stage so he can go on and get started early.
What up, Mo?
What up? What happening?
What up, though? What up? Hey, yeah, no, like DVP said, man, I took a lot of losses. Oh my goodness, I hate losing. But yeah, that's part of transitioning to from a youth to a man. I'm only speak from the male side. I've never been a woman, so I can't tell you from that side. But going from a youth to a man, you're gonna make a lot of losses. You're gonna lose a lot of things. But they say it's supposed to build character. It does, because guess what? You prepare yourself for what happens next time. Next time when it comes, you probably ain't gonna lose. You might, but you ain't gonna keep losing. Just put it that way.
All right. Let's bring the timekeeper on here and see if the time gonna change at all this week. What up, Mark? What up?
Sherry, you trying to catch something in the chat today, ain't you?
Hey, you see that, don't you?
Yeah. Sherry trying to catch today.
Sherry ain't taking no hostages.
Not today. What up, Mo?
Hey, Sherry, you be talking trash with your mic be off, so don't nobody hear what you saying, Sherry. Quit cutting your mic off. We missing all the good shit.
I said, where is Joseph?
She's specific on what she want to say.
I gotta call Joe right now, boy. You don't know.
You have been summoned.
Oh my goodness.
I think he's scared.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but like you said, DVP, you learn a lot more from a loss than you learn from a win. Because if you lose and it matters to you, then you got to figure out, why did I lose? And you don't make that mistake again. So take that L, make yourself better, and come back stronger. That's it.
Okay, Joseph says he's on the way. Y'all are hilarious. All right, so while what's up, Yolanda? What's up? How you doing? While I'm waiting to my computer to do its thing, this is the question I got, and it hit me because I don't know. Do y'all remember the story a couple of weeks ago about the? Let me bring Sharonda on here. It's always good to catch her when she ain't playing fugitive. So we got to catch her early. Whoa. What's up, Shawty? What's up, Goldie?
Whoa.
Hey.
Look, and look at
What
she's
up?
trying to sound all shy now. She can have.
What's
Whoa.
going on, girl?
I'm in a restaurant, so I
Oh,
gotta
so
be.
you behaving?
I gotta behave.
Oh, then. So, hey, fellas, we know the trigger. We want Sharonda to behave. We got to get her in a restaurant. She ain't in a
Yep,
restaurant. She off the
I already
chain.
know.
Look at her. Look at her acting forward. So, yeah. So I don't know if y'all saw the thing. I want to say it was last week or so about the truck in I think it was Gwinnett County. The fire truck overturned and the fireman lost his life.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of my play nephews. And
Okay.
so his dad, we cool. He has another daughter. So, and it hit me this week. Do I say Happy Father's Day to him? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, what do we do when a parent has lost a child? Do we say Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, or how do we bridge that gap? Because that's I was like, I don't really know what to say to him. What's up, Jomo? So while I'm trying to get this camera thing, tell me what y'all think. How do we address a parent who's lost a child on one of the parent day holiday, like say Mother's Day or Father's Day? Do we say Happy Mother's Day? Do we say Happy Father's Day? Or do we just act like we don't want to bring up, especially if they got another kid?
I think if they have another child, I would still say Happy Mother's Day, Father's Day, or whatever. But if that was their only child and the child passed, then no, I wouldn't say it.
Were
What
you
about
saying like
with it
in?
being so fresh?
Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
Because his
If it's
funeral is
fresh,
actually his funeral is Friday, so he ain't even been buried yet.
I mean, and he has other children.
He has one other daughter.
I mean, he's still a parent. He's still somebody's father. I mean, do you always wish them Happy Father's Day? If you don't, then don't start now.
I agree with that too.
It's one of them.
But if that was the case, then we wouldn't wish anybody a happy Mother's Day or Father's Day because everyone has lost a parent. Most people, not everyone, but at some point you lost.
Well, the natural order is for the child to bury the parent. They say
That
one
is
of the most hurtful things is a parent burying their own child.
that is the natural order, but it's not. That's just not the way it always happens. So maybe if it's so fresh, I wouldn't. But if they have other children and time has passed, because they say time heals, but I don't know about that one.
But you got to give time. Time don't heal in 30 minutes.
No.
And it's exciting. But what you think, Mo?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say maybe I'll just do a check-in. I call, say just checking in on you today. Hope everything going well. Everything good with you, and then based on their response, then I decide whether I'm gonna say, anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, like my mom passed the day before Mother's Day. So my friends, everyone close to me, the Mother's Days after that, they don't necessarily wish me a happy Mother's Day, even though I am a mother. They just check in. So I can see both ways. Just whatever the spirit leads you to do.
Joe Mo, what you got for me, sir?
Well,
I'm sorry, Joseph. What you got for us, sir? I ain't trying
pretty
to
good.
get in no trouble on my own show.
It's okay. It's okay. I think that I agree with everybody to an extent. I mean, just out of respect, you have to. I would say something. I mean, even to acknowledge the hurt. People suffer in different ways. I mean, people grieve in different ways. But the biggest grief is not acknowledging their grief, if that makes sense to you. So I say it. I mean, I have friends who've lost kids. Even as a detective on a homicide case, I've actually gone to people's houses and just checked on them. But that's just me. Whether it was appreciated or not, I don't know. But that's just something I do. So I would say it.
What about you, Mark?
Look at everything. Most importantly, I check the temperature and see how they feeling. how they responding to conversation about how they're feeling, based on what I said or not. If they have other kids, then I may ask how you enjoying your Mother's Day or how you enjoying your Father's Day. You know, so I hint around it, but it'd just be bad just to, just reach out and soon to answer the phone, like, hey, happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day. You ain't checked the temperature to see how they feeling first. So I gauge how they feeling and see if that's that only kid, then I stay away from it. I check in to see how they doing, but I wouldn't mention the day itself.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I know they were preparing for the funeral, and all their kids are grown. It's like, I saw him for a hot second. I was like, ain't nothing gonna make you feel better, but just know that he died doing something he loved. Because it was two things he loved. The boy loved baseball and he loved being a firefighter. And it's pretty much all you can say. Because they preparing. All firefighters from everywhere coming around, so they're not getting no free time. It's a constant reminder. Because he was, I want to say he was 20, 24, 25. He's a young boy. So it's like, damn, what do you do? It's like, oh, this sucks. Because like I said, he got a daughter. I know his daughter. We all pretty close. It's like, and I just thought about it, is that one of them things that, how do you do it? Because everybody's around. You don't want to add to it. You want to make your friends feel as normal as possible, but you still got to be compassionate. And you got to have that empathy, but you don't want to add to anything. You just walk around on eggshells.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think a simple, hey, thinking of you this Father's Day, sending love, however you guys want to dress it, but just tell them you're thinking of them on that day. Let's just leave it at that. I wouldn't say a happy Father's Day, because no, they're not happy. Let's be honest. Let's be realistic. Let's be truthful. They're not happy. They want to fuck some shit up. Like, truth be told. So just say, hey, thinking of you. Send a card, send a flower, send something, send a bottle,
Right, because they're truly
it's a tough
grieving.
time. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, Sharonda, but I don't know if I want one of my partners to say, but they thinking of me.
Stop. Pause.
And you ain't got to pause. It ain't no pause.
Because here we go. Now, here we go back to this men's mental health. Because yes, you're thinking of them. You're thinking of them. Yes, you are, Mark. Stop being an asswipe. Stop being an asswipe. You are thinking. You are thinking. Then guess what? Don't message them, because apparently you don't give a fuck about them.
Now, one man on this panel won't be to text them and say, "I was just thinking about you."
That's not what I said. Mark. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Okay.
I'm thinking about you.
The text said that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said thinking of you on this day, not I'm thinking of you. There's nothing wrong with thinking about someone, their family, and how they're feeling. Y'all the ones who said that don't nobody care about how men feel and how they think and all this. We've been going through this. So which one is it? Which one is going to be? You want somebody to think of you and care for you and consider you and have compassion towards you, or you don't? Which one is going to be?
So let me jump in this, because I understand the dilemma here, because I'm with Mark. I would never call and say that, but I would call and say, hey, good brother, what's happening, man? How's everything doing? I'm here just trying to make sure you're okay. It's the words, that's all. It's the same thing. You checking in on them, it's the same thing. It's just a selection of words, as us males, we grew up a certain way. Certain things we just have a hard time saying until we figure out how to say it, so we can stand in our, I'm gonna call it masculinity, and still feel okay with it. And I'm just leave it there. Leave it at that.
Y'all need to go therapy.
That's probably true too, though. That is probably true.
And we can't deny that it's much needed in the community. And so, like I said, it was just bothering me, because see, like, I don't like to text people when they going through this, because I've done the death thing. And that phone can be your worst enemy because everybody is a constant reminder. And it's one of them things where, like, I've been around people when this happened and I have shut stuff down because I hate when people come and say, what happened? I hate when people, it's like, Joe, don't ever say that. If they want to tell you, let them tell you, but don't ever ask them what happened. To me, that is the most insensitive thing that people love to come up and say. Like I said, and this one made the news. What's up, Reed? This one made the news, but like there were still some people that didn't know. And let me give y'all a little background. The father is a deacon at the church, so he is somebody that most people know. The son usually DJs any events that they have, so people know of him. A lot of people didn't know him, and they did a thing at Bible study where they were just, a little memorial thing, and you saw the people talking. And of course, they didn't have the news clip, but when people walking out, it's like, I wonder what happened. I'm gonna call the deacon and ask him what happened, how you doing. I'm like, why would you ask the man what happened? Who wants to keep revisiting that? And I think that's something that we got to be more careful about, asking that question. What happened? I mean, is it your business? I mean, does it matter what happened if you're showing your sympathies or if it's a friend? Like I say, if they want to talk, you let them talk. If they don't, just be there. And it pains me when I see people who are more curious about what happened than more empathetic to what happened. Where did Joe go? Did I lose him? Or did Cheryl run him off?
Joseph left when we say we were thinking about him.
Oh.
Yeah, where did Joseph go?
Hold on. Cheryl, you got a co-host with you?
We thinking of him.
This is my best friend girl, Ravenel.
Ravenel, what's happening?
Hello.
Is that the one? Hey, is that the one we were talking about last week that don't know she was on the show?
No.
Okay, that wasn't her.
You talking about Letitia.
We ain't gonna tell her what you said about her then.
She don't talk about me.
Okay. Watch 2 shows ago. So yeah, but and like I said, it was just that was just what was on my mind. Like I said, because I'm trying to watch him, I'm trying to do my thing, and you can't peer over every conversation. He got his close family around him, and he functioning, because I guess that's all it is. When the death is immediate to you, that's all you can pretty much do is function. You hope don't nobody set nothing off, but it ain't nothing that don't make you tear up. Ain't nothing that don't, you crack a smile, you lose 3 tears. You crack another smile, you lose 5 tears. Every smile it's a never-ending battle between the good memories and the loss. The good memories and the loss. And as we were leading to the show, and I'm like, shit, we don't even think about it. We talk about the holiday season as being one of the reasons that a lot of people get depressed, around the holidays, because that's when family get together. And I never really pay much attention to it. It can be the same thing for Mother's Day and Father's Day. Because if you've lost a child, do you want to keep hearing that? When you hear Happy Mother's Day, you think about your kids. When you hear Happy Father's Day, you think about your kids. Even though you want to be there for everything, it's still a constant reminder that you lost somebody. Yeah. And part of what Sharonda was saying and what we've all said is we as a race tend to marginalize things. We'll say we got through something, but we never got over something. We had to keep marching, but when did we ever have a chance to truly process the pain and hurt that we were going through, where we could just be 100% vulnerable? Because something else is coming up. And as men, we got to keep going forward. As women, y'all got to keep the house going. So when do we ever get the time to process this or talk to somebody and be completely vulnerable and just, what's a good word? Just get a good crowd. Because I'm sure Sharonda's probably like me. Sometimes you just cry for no reason. And then other days you great. But you can just be walking down the street. You feel it. It's like, damn, is that rain? Then you feel some more rain coming down. And it's like, what am I crying for? It's like, well, shit. It's just
The
a cry.
triggers.
But, and sometimes we don't even know what the trigger is. It just happens. Oh, I can't even add Joe back now. Oh, there we go. So, Joe, did you have to go wipe your eyes and come back to the show?
Yes. How about that, Pumpkin?
So it's a reason I call y'all misfits. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to figure out the nice word for y'all, but misfits is the only word I can come up with. It's the only one that fits.
Y'all done made me sad. I can just take a sip of my drink.
That's just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Sharonda.
It's 6:27.
I'm just saying, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so you might as well have a drink.
Might as well.
Yeah.
How come
All
Sharonda looks sideways?
She
Cheers.
drinking.
Because I am sideways.
She
I
leaning.
believe
She,
that. No,
she been drinking.
I believe that. Say no more. I got you. You right.
She on that lane.
Yeah,
That
big
gangster
lane.
lean.
You
And I
waiting?
drive a Cadillac.
Are you waiting on the date?
Mm-mm. I'm my date.
Oh, okay. Solo.
We got rules now. If you're gonna date, you gotta wear some off the shoulder stuff like some of these other people that we ain't gonna say who shall remain nameless. You gotta
Off the shoulders and a new
Right.
brooch.
Gotta show that clavicle bone.
Yeah, go on.
I see it.
Not the clavicle.
The clavicle.
Hey, you see what Sharon doing? She got on her Burger King shirt.
Joseph got a
I'm
drink. What
working.
you drinking,
You got
Joseph?
that
I'm
money
in
stuff on.
Philly.
What you drinking, Joseph?
Water. Big water.
Okay.
High class H2O
Okay.
In a
on the
gold cup.
rocks.
That's in a gold cup, boy.
Told you high class.
Got that good water right there.
That high quality H2O. Hey,
High quality H2O.
Mark, did Sadaka say she was gonna be able to come?
I told you, I texted you that yesterday and said she wasn't gonna make it.
Oh, I thought she was gonna make it. Oh, that sucks. All right, well, all right, we're gonna jump subject right quick because somebody sent me this one. Is omission the same as a lie?
No.
Depends on who you talk to.
It depends on the intention. Yep.
Yeah.
Depends on the
agree with Sean
intention.
on that.
No, in the court of law.
I mean, because I will say that I was one of those people that if you don't ask me the right question, I mean, I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to answer your question. If you say, Sherry, did you go to the moon? And I went to the moon, I'm saying, yeah, I went to the moon. But if I went to Mars and Jupiter and Pluto, you didn't ask me that. Now, if you say, where did you go today? Then I would have to include all that.
I'm a Pisces, so don't ask me no question.
Damn.
0.
All
I
right.
tell you, if I want you to know, I tell you.
All right. I'm saying omission is not the same as a lie.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying that. I got one question. Everybody here got to answer. Well, not the ladies. All the dudes got to answer though. How you gonna answer this question? When your lady got on a dress that you hate, and she put it on, and she come to you, she say, "How I look?" Is y'all gonna omit, or are you gonna lie?
Let me help you, Mr. Carter. I'm lying my ass off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
lie,
sir.
lie.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes,
I'm
sir.
an omit.
Do another example, because I don't like that example.
No, I know you don't. I know you don't. But
I
because you
like
don't
that
get.
color on you.
Ooh, beautiful. Thank you.
It's so slimming.
That's a lie. Stop lying.
But here's the thing you got to remember. In the court of law, there is a difference between omission and a lie. Total. Because you can possibly, that's what leads to perjury. That's also some other stuff. But is there a difference between the two? Definitely. One's a deliberate misstatement of facts. One doesn't know. Let's just say you don't have all the facts. So can you possibly omit something? Or can you just straight out bald-faced lie? Yeah, come on, man. I mean, everybody on here know that.
And I don't think they're even remotely the same. I think, a lie is something when I'm intentionally, I intend to deceive you and you don't ask me a question. But like, you didn't tell me this, you didn't tell me that. Well, you never asked. And, and I think it comes from some people are free flowing with information while others aren't. Just because you're free flowing doesn't mean I got to be free flowing. And it's like, well, I said this, right? That's you. That's how you talk. But I just don't volunteer information. If you want to know something, you better ask something.
When your birthday, DVP?
See?
He's gonna lie.
No, I ain't. I just want to answer the question. I ain't gonna lie. I just want to answer the question.
But you said you'll answer the question if somebody asks you a question.
And I said, well, I won't lie. I ain't gonna lie. I just because I don't want anybody to say, oh, you lied to me about that.
No, my co-host want to say something. She said about omission. What did you say?
I go back to depending on what was asked.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
How you asked the question.
If you meet me and you say, hey, how you doing? And I say, let's go out. Let's just say, if I'm married, when should I tell you that?
You should tell me
Well,
that when I
you
meet
shouldn't
you.
even ask me to go out.
Right.
That's
But if
always
I don't tell you I'm married, is that an omission or a lie?
It's a lie.
Why it's a lie? I was never asked if I was
It's the
married.
intention.
It's omission. It's not a lie, but it's omission.
Right, because you never
That's a
asked.
lie. Should nobody have to ask? The burden of
Why
proof
not?
is on you.
Hey,
You the
let's
one
reset.
married.
Let's
Right.
reset.
So
Bad
the burden of
example,
proof
man.
is that
Let's reset.
the burden of proof is that I
Joe,
can take her on a
Joe,
date.
help him out, Joe.
No.
He just admitted the information that was not asked. He didn't have to overshare.
You have to share if you married. The fuck?
I asked her on a date. I didn't ask her to marry me. And, and it's crazy. And this is one of the things I always thought was funny. It's crazy how people will qualify dates as romantic. They don't even have to be romantic. Hell, like, if I say, hey, Joe, let's go out and grab a drink, do I have to tell Joe I'm married?
It's the intention.
What's the intent? We just
Then
going
don't
out.
call it a date. Just say, hey, we're going to lunch.
What's the
Don't call it a
technical?
date.
What's the technical definition of a date? It's two people
Yeah.
going out.
No,
Well,
it's not. If you and Joe go out, is that a date?
It is by
It's not a
definition. It
date.
is a date.
It's not a date if you're not gay.
We
Are
gonna
you
call
gay?
it hanging out. What is a date? What is a date?
So
Yeah,
if you and RuPaul went to lunch, you that's a date for you, DVP.
By definition, it is.
Would you feel the
We can
same
call it what we
way?
want to try to make it sound better, but when two people hang out, it's a date.
Oh,
I
man.
disagree.
If me and Joe meet up every Tuesday for lunch at Longhorns, that's a date. It's not a romantic date, but we'll call it hanging out. But what is hanging out? It's two people at an event that they plan to be together. That's a date. If
Well-
it's when the two people go somewhere, it's a date. We don't like the term, and it's like, why? If you go to a business luncheon, it's a date. If you go on a romantic luncheon, it's a date. We just keep playing. What, Mo? Ignorance means what? It means you don't have all the facts. It don't mean you stupid. We don't like being called ignorant because we don't like the word. The word dating is a simple word. There's nothing romantic about the word. It's what we imply.
Well, DVP, if you tell Joseph you miss him and want to take him to Longhorn, that's a romantic
We
date.
got
And you thinking of him.
And
Don't
you
forget
thinking of
that.
him. I'm sorry, you thinking of him.
No, Mark. You see, there's something wrong with you, man. But we'll talk after the show. So let's just
So
get that correct.
so DVP, when y'all go to lunch on Tuesday, you say, hey, we're going on a date today. We still going on our date today.
Listen, when we plan, so hey, when I
Clean up.
date, and we don't use the word because we still don't like the word, but it doesn't change the meaning of the word because we don't like the word.
Oh, I
It ain't
had
no
a date
different than when we
today.
use the word.
Let me see.
When we use the word train and everybody start hollering, you train animals, but every job you go to has an on-the-job training. But people hate that we use the word training in relationships. It doesn't change the meaning. We just don't like it. So we try to get around it. But Joe's wife, my wife, when I asked Mo, Mark, Sharon, everybody we've ever dated trained us how to deal with them. We trained them how to deal with us. When you first going out, what is it? Are we just meeting up? That's a date. You just changing the word. It's still a date. It doesn't change. And when we don't like something, the first thing we like to do is give it a different definition. Oh, no, a date to me means this. Right. That's your personal definition. But what does the book say?
Well, he absolutely right. The book says it's a specific day and time on a calendar or a planned social meeting between two people.
So it's a date. We just don't like it.
Okay, well, just go on a date then. Go on your dates.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So next time if I see Joseph somewhere, I'm gonna be like, oh, Mo and DVP, they on a date.
A whole date.
You know, Sherry,
They
you gonna
don't
catch
have that
some.
date because one person was thinking of the other one.
What'd you say, Joseph?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you do that.
Mark, every time we played a football game, it was on a prearranged date and everybody met for that. Those were dates. We just, again, the definition is clear. We just don't like it. So we start adding shit to it. We start adding, oh, no. That's what it is what it is.
I'm with you, DVP. They change it and they try to change it based on what you're doing. You know, if you meet somebody, like you say, if a male meet a woman and they say, let's just hang out. It's a date. Now, depending on what they do, is how they gonna determine if it's a date or not after the fact. If they say let's link up and we go do date shit like drink and fuck, then it was a date. But if they just hang out and walk through the park, they may not say it's a date. But you're right, they just changed the word to suit whatever the fuck they want it to be.
So DVP, if you were married, would you feel the same if your wife said that? That's what my co-host told me to ask.
Hey, your co-host, she can talk to us.
I'm looking at
That was good.
Yeah, why come she's sitting in the lower chair than you? Put her up there. Why she got to sit in the small
on the
chair?
floor so we can see, so we can talk trash.
Yeah.
Don't act like it's
There
dead
you
now.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been christened, and I'm still saying it's a date. Whether we like the word or not, it is what it is. The question is it an omission that I don't say that I'm married? I mean, is it a lie? I wouldn't
It's
say
an omission if your wife does the same thing and flips the script and use the same technical definitions as you do. Is that viewed the same, or are there double standards between men and women?
If we're going to use that, then we have to look at the intent. If I mean for it to be a romantic interlude,
The intent can't be pure.
why
If
can't
you're married,
If you're
You
changing-
married.
yeah.
That don't mean it can't be pure.
what?
Okay, so how y'all
Right,
feel
it's
if
not
your
true.
wife, nobody answered the question, how you feel if your wife went and said the same thing? Oh, I went on a date today with my work husband. You gonna be in your feelings and you gonna cry on the damn toilet.
and they gonna cry in the car.
Yeah,
That's what you get out of it.
you forget
I think
now.
Sharonda drinking too much. Sharonda, whatever that is you have, put it down.
I only had 2 sips.
And it done straight.
You
That
had
one
2
straight
sips.
up head.
It done
It's really
straight
the
up.
oysters. The oysters are so good.
And we know what
Yeah,
oysters
well,
do.
whatever
So
it
You
is.
trying to go on a date?
She on a date.
Facts
With
don't change.
myself.
The fact that she told me she was going on a date, she going on a date. She can sit there and try to claim whatever she wants to. But I already told you, I know what the definition is. It's a date. Now, if the date is just to have lunch, it's a lunch date. If the date is to have sex, it's a sex date. If the date is just to have conversation about future endeavors, it's a date. It doesn't change. I don't care what we put in front of it. The last word is still a date. When I got 3 friends, we get together every quarter. It's a date. We set a date. We set a meeting place. It's a date. Me, 3 guys and a girl. We go there. It's a date. I'm hanging out. We hanging out. When the boys have a boys' night out, what is that? It's a date. When the girls do a girls' night out, it's a date. We sit here
No,
playing.
it's just girls' night out. It's not a date.
Sherry, what did you say a date is again? You gave the definition.
Crazy as hell.
DVP.
It's 2 people that get together at a certain time and date.
Hey, DVP.
Yes, sir.
The next time you by my house, let's go on that date.
We're going to what's it called? We're going to Blaze.
Yes, sir. We on a date.
It's a date. See,
It's a date.
hey, next Tuesday we going. But we
Hey.
get so caught up. See, and the thing is again, if I don't mention marriage because she don't ask, and unless I make it known that this is an intentional date where we can have sex, why do I need to mention I'm married? Because it would be the same. I wouldn't mention it to a business
wouldn't
person. When I ain't never been invited to a business lunch date where I felt the need to give a biography. Hey, I got 3 kids, I got a wife, I got 2 cars, I got a
Why
401k. I ain't finna give up all that shit either. Is that allowed? Is it an omission? All
It's
those things are true.
intention. What is their intention?
Okay, so if Joseph is married, and say Joseph asked me on a date,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Or asked me to lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Joe, why you looking like that?
You trying to make sure ain't nobody near the roof, near the
He
door.
looking
He's like, wait.
I'm just saying, if he
You somebody
asked
else.
me on
Darth
a
Vader
date,
gonna tell on
right?
it.
And he's married, what is the intent? Like, if he asks
eat.
me lunch, what's
To
the
eat.
intent?
to eat. Now, if he asks you to a hotel room, then y'all need to have a whole
No.
conversation.
No,
But
no,
if
no,
it's
no, no,
just
no,
to
no, no, no,
go
no, no, no,
eat,
no, 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 no. Bullshit.
Nah.
I call bullshit. Flag on the
Why
flag.
is he asking
Nah.
me
I
when
call.
he got a whole wife?
Because y'all may be hungry at the same time.
Okay.
Only you, boy.
but that's the right answer. A lunch date, like I said, when we gonna do something private where can't nobody else see it, you can't determine.
Okay.
I
So
travel
here's the thing, though. Okay. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Is it a lie or is it an omission if you do or don't tell your wife?
Boom.
So if she pull up and see you and whomever sitting at a restaurant on y'all date.
Sorry, read my mind.
It's neither unless she
No,
asks
no,
me
no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
doing.
no, 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 no. Yes, it is. Because that's your wife now. She walk into the restaurant and she like, and she walk around and she see you sitting there, she's gonna clutch her pearls. She's gonna be like, "Oh, what's going on? You didn't tell me you had a lunch date today." I mean, what you gonna say?
Nothing. I don't
Gonna
have
lie. Gonna lie.
Here we
Gonna
go.
lie. What you gonna say?
I want all y'all to raise y'all hand who were in a serious relationship, in a marriage, in a committed relationship that you told somebody everything you did. How many of y'all went, ladies? How many of y'all said, "Oh, this guy was flirting with me today"? Did you go home and tell your?
I do that. I do that all the time.
Every time.
All the time. Every time.
And
Cause I gotta let them know, baby, I'm wanted in these
You ain't
streets.
the only one looking. Exactly.
Cheers.
Some shit need to be omitted.
I'm gonna let y'all have that. Because once I'm about it, we know why I invite certain women to the show is because they speak out. But I guarantee you, every woman doesn't do that. I guarantee you that every man don't do that. But the
Cause they
thing
try to
is,
spare y'all feelings. That's all that is.
spare feelings for what? You
I
saving me
didn't
money.
have to spare my ex-husband's feelings.
If you going out to lunch with somebody else, you saving me some money. So I'm with it. I'm with it.
Oh, that's bull crap.
Go.
That's bull crap.
Go.
Bull crap.
If it's
Go get
innocent,
go.
if it's innocent, why do you feel? Why? I don't need to know when you go to the bathroom. That's like, hey man, how many times you want to go to the bathroom every day? Shit, I don't know. She don't never tell me. Is it a lie? Is it an omission? And an omission, I mean, I just didn't tell you something. A lie is with the intent to mislead you. So,
but you didn't answer her question.
I did
Your
answer
wife
her question.
No, he didn't.
What you gonna say?
I'm gonna say, hey babe, what you doing? That's it. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't got no business doing. But
why you gonna ask her what she doing?
Sherry,
You the one doing.
Sherry, Sharonda Moore. Anybody who know me, I'm not freely disclosing almost nothing. I won't tell my birthday. Hell, I won't tell my real name. That's a lot of shit I don't do. So is it a lie or is it an omission? I worked
You
at a
don't say
club.
your real name. That's a lie.
It ain't a lie.
It is a lie.
Omission. I don't give them a fake name. I just don't answer the
What
question.
your name is? She don't ask you what your name is.
It ain't their business. It ain't that type of meeting. So I ain't gonna remember their name because y'all know I don't remember nobody's name. So I think it's only fair that they don't need to know mine because I'm gonna be like, hey, what's your name again? I'm not finna keep doing that. I'm gonna be like, hey, you, hey, sweetie. I'm gonna do what old men in the South do. Hey, honey. I'm not trying to remember your name. So I ain't. Oh, you know. I wish I could find somebody who was at the academy. Hell, when I taught classes, I never introduced myself.
You deflecting.
I wasn't finna remember the student's name.
Yeah,
It's
you're
omission.
hiding
It ain't a
something.
lie. A lie is when you ask me, where you going? And I know I'm going to see this girl. I know. But you know what I'm gonna do to be slick? I'm gonna do what Sherry said. I'm gonna stop by Walmart and say, I'm going to Walmart. See, now I ain't telling a lie because I did go to Walmart, even though I'm going somewhere else. See, to me, that's more
It's all
of a lie.
deceitful. How about that? It's all deceitful. It's deceitful. No way. Either way you go.
But omission don't have to be deceitful. Omission can be just
It
because you didn't
can
think
be.
about it.
It's the intention. Are you omitting this to be deceitful?
Yeah.
Or are you omitting this because it's just your business, it's not somebody else's business? Like, it's the intention behind it.
Hold on, Shar. I want to go back. I want to go back to them in the restaurant. He said he was gonna ask his wife why
What's she
doing here. So
Right.
you gonna say, "Damn, what I'm doing here? What you doing here?
doing here?
And who is this?"
No. See, but you
Because you about to get a whole drug in that restaurant. Omitting information.
See, and that's because the way y'all took it. When I asked what you doing here, because
it's the way you said it.
Right. That because I'm talking to y'all. But I'm like, hey, what's going on? What you doing here? Come, because she come sit with
Don't ask me what I'm doing in here.
Here's a good example.
What you doing in here?
I'm eating. It's a restaurant.
Let me get in
You
on
about
this.
to get fucked up.
I know he trying to get punched in the damn face.
You about to get 2 teeth.
Mo, what you
I'm gonna
got to
take
say?
a goddamn lamb chop
Hold
bone
on.
and I'll slap the shit out you.
So look,
Like
that,
real talk.
the
Y'all know
conversation
violence
is
turn me.
interesting.
Hold on, Mo. Y'all know violence turn me on, Sharonda. Shit, don't talk like that, cause I'm ready to call. Hey, a little violence ain't never hurt. Go ahead, Mo.
Mo.
Go ahead,
Before
Mo.
you forget.
Hey, so no, it's an interesting conversation. It's about word dynamics. Now, there's a place out here. So y'all figure this out yourself. Which category it goes
Run in
in.
my mouth.
But there's a place out here where they got food, they got good food, they got strippers. The name of the damn place is called the library.
Okay.
Y'all know why it's called that. Where you been? The library. Are they lying or is that omission? I just want to throw that out there.
It's the intent. Are you being
So-
deceitful or are you being genuine?
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this,
When it's
Sharonda.
a get.
Let me ask the ladies this. So, omission, you leave out some information. So if someone asks you a question and you don't feel like going down that rabbit hole, so you omit some of the story just to avoid this whole rabbit hole that you got to go down. It's not lying, and there's nothing wrong with it. My intent is I don't want to go down this rabbit hole
Then
of
say
playing
that.
20 questions.
Then just say that.
So I'm gonna give you the basic information that you need because you asked.
Normalize telling people it's not their business and move on.
No, normalize people. See, if I say, "Hey, you want to go out?" and you ask the question, "Are you married?" then I have a duty to answer your question, and because then I can explain why we're doing this if that's your question. But see, when I used to travel with the Bronner brothers, I would always take somebody out to dinner
It's
because I just
good.
want to have conversation. So my intent was nothing other than to have conversation. So when somebody asked the question, "Are you married?" if I was, I said yeah. If I wasn't, I said no. There was nothing to lie about. I ain't never went somewhere and somebody said, "Are you married?" and I'd be like, "No, not right now," or change the subject. I would tell that. And see, this depends on the relationship that you got with your partner, because some people you can share stuff with, and oh goodness, my inbox be blowing up. The number one reason why women won't tell stuff is because some dudes don't know how to take it. But if y'all got this friendship lie that y'all keep claiming, if y'all have built a friendship, you can share anything. You can say, "Hey, I'm going to lunch with so and so." When I used to work at the credit union, I would call and say, "Hey, so and so, bring me something to eat." So you ain't got to bring me nothing to eat
Who
today.
bring you something to eat?
The ladies from the credit union.
Oh hell no!
Okay, so I got a question.
Hold on. Let's Sharonda get her shit out, because she done got the steaks over
Let
there.
me tell you something.
She don't put down.
Mo, you let another woman bring you
I'm
goddamn
not
lunch.
getting this. Hell no, I'm not getting
No,
this.
answer question.
Oh.
Don't omit. Don't omit. And don't lie.
Hell no.
Yes.
Fuck no. Sorry about that.
Exactly.
Hell no.
To no other woman bring a married man no food.
Her like in a different way, and she brought you lunch. Would you eat it?
What do you
I
mean
hope
if
you
like
get
it?
the shits.
What do you mean if I like
Damn,
it?
Sharonda,
If you like,
hey,
okay,
I'm finding myself getting turned on by this little ministry. Hey, Sharonda, what you doing when you leave the restaurant? I'm like, damn, hey, fellas, there's something wrong. I'm getting turned on by this little bit.
I'm in Philly, so unless somebody catching a flight, then hey.
So let me ask you this. Don't judge me. So
so you know that means it's a lie then.
So, no, it's not a lie. Well, I think it's deceitful. So 5 years ago, I just learned what Netflix and chill was, right? So I'm a movie buff. I love to look at movies and I mean I stay in the TV.
And you say
this guy asked me, he said, he's like, "What you want to do today?" I was like, He's like, "Well, you want to Netflix and chill." I think that it was Netflix and chill. Like we were gonna watch movies, kick back, just chill. That's the way I took it. And so I had told my daughter that the guy had asked me, I said, he asked me, she's like, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm supposed to be going over XYZ house, I said, he said, "We just gonna, Netflix and chill." She said, "Mom, do you know what that means?" I said, yeah. We're gonna watch movies and chill out, like just,
Gotta be in them good.
She was like, "Mama, No, you better call him back. She said, you plan on giving him something? I said, hell no. She said, Mama, you need to call him and tell him, no, you don't want Netflix and chill. I was like, it's Netflix and chill, Boost. You know I love movies. You know what I mean? She told my Mama, that's not what it means. And then so she told me that it meant watch movie, and then you ain't gonna really watch the whole movie. Y'all gonna start feeling and doing stuff. So I didn't believe her. So I called my son and I said, Armani, what does Netflix and chill mean? He said, it means you and somebody gonna start watching a movie. Y'all better have. I said, oh, for real? I really did not know until 5 years ago.
Sherry, would you have known that they said?
When he asked me, was he omitting or was he lying? What's, you know?
He wasn't lying. He told you what he wanted to do.
You just didn't know.
So Sherry, he should have said, let's watch Tubi and Do Me.
Watch Hulu and you about to get bent over that sofa, girl.
Yeah,
and you didn't know it.
He was supposed to say what did Ludacris say in the song? Let's what did he say? We're gonna watch a movie about making a movie. We're gonna make our movie. Some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, you didn't know either.
Said they didn't know that either.
Boom.
Damn.
Said that happened to them before too.
But see, but again, we're talking about what's the intent, and you know, like I say, is the intent to deceive or mislead? Because sometimes it ain't neither one. And some people, I've had people overshare information that I didn't give a shit about. That's why I got to the point I don't just volunteer information because I'm thinking, don't nobody care about all this shit. You ask what you want to know. Hey, see, when I meet a woman, Sharonda, you know, Sharonda got my attention now because she got a little violent streak on. I found myself turned on. I'm like, hey, have you had? Cause see, I ask you a question. If it's gonna be romantic, have you had a stalker? Because if you had a stalker, I need to know. Cause then I need to bring 2 guns. So, but these are questions that we asking if it's going to be on just a regular meeting. See, when I go to Chicago, me and Joe going out to eat. I'm like, Joe, you know, we don't need to go nowhere where your enemy's at now, because I ain't bring no gun because I flew. So I'm gonna need one of your guns and one of your action figures just in case.
Ain't a problem.
You know, but because I know what Joe did for a living. I shouldn't run into none of my enemies up in Chicago, but shit. Do you ask the question? Because sometimes ignorance is bliss. Some people don't want to know stuff. Is it my job to inform them of something they don't want to know? When you meet a guy, is he supposed to tell you his criminal record up front? Sharonda, co-host, cut the mic on so you can talk. Cheryl, cut the mic. When you meet a guy and he is saying, hey, you know, I'm single, because this is what y'all want to know. I'm single. Can we go out? Should he disclose his criminal history? So he tell you that he got 2 DV cases and
if you done did 20 years, I want to know, because if you done did 20 years, you a rump wrangler.
Listen, you can't ask a woman that, because if we meet somebody, we know their name, we gonna already know their record before we even go on the date. Cause we Google. Okay? We smart, okay?
I always ask the question, though, have you ever been to prison or jail?
Sharonda, I'm gonna need you to say because y'all don't, because there's been plenty of women who done went out with people who got ruckers and didn't know till their neighbors told them.
That's true too. Now.
Maybe it's just the way I was raised then.
But Sharonda, who was you raised by? You was raised by some suspicious characters anyway. So your lifestyle was a little different.
I had access to certain computer information.
Cause who you was raised by, suspicious people who, you know what I'm saying? I love your mama, but your mama like my suspicious ass friend. You know what I'm saying?
Don't talk about my mama.
Somebody said Netflix and get this Disney.
Cause that's what it was. But so see, okay, and we're gonna use you, Sherry.
And Sherry don't act like she ain't want to go get it.
When Buddy invited you to Netflix and chill, and you said, yeah, see, in your mind, was that an omission or lie? Because you don't agree to have sex with Buddy.
No,
and so now,
It's been some church and chicken.
Because you didn't know what it was. But he put it out there. So is he supposed to explain what Netflix and chill mean when he asked you out? Was his omission? No, you said, yeah, you shouldn't answer to something you don't know.
He assumed that she knew.
But when you coming on the show so we can hear what Helper Nation, Bo, as a matter of fact, ask Helper Nation. Hey, I want y'all. Bo is the mayor of Allenville. That's my partner. Bo got a coalition of women they call Heifer Nation. That's who took my little pictures with me and Majed and shit. I've been trying to get him on the show, but Bo be acting brand new sometimes. So I need for y'all to send Bo some harassing messages and tell him to start acting brand new. Yeah, right. Sharonda got access to NCIC, so she be on some other stuff. But here go Yolanda. But see, Yolanda and Shar come from the same world, so they're a little bit more suspicious anyway. But Sherry military. So Sherry, when a man say, hey, let's Netflix and chill, and you say, yeah, is he supposed to disclose to you, hey, just in case you don't know what Netflix and chill mean, let me tell you. I don't even want to talk to you no more, Sherry. I want to talk to your co-host. What's her name again?
Serena.
Okay, Serena.
Mm-hmm.
You knew what Netflix and chill meant, didn't you?
No.
So we got two women who finna give up the goods. We got two women who finna give up the goods and they don't even know. Y'all just volunteer.
But see, she don't even watch TV, so
you don't even want to watch the movies.
There wasn't gonna be no TV watching, no way.
Y'all finna Netflix and chill.
You gotta start the TV. You gotta get the Netflix start going first.
You gotta get past the opening credits.
Man, you don't even get past the opening credits, man.
Bo, if you're integrated, baby, why you on the show? Bo, you from here. You integrated, baby. You shouldn't even be here, Bo. They got a show for the bougie people on another channel.
Yeah, Bo probably going to Southwest Hospital.
He a Hugh Spalding, baby.
Oh.
Bo come from a two-parent household.
For me,
from
in my
Northside.
defense, I think too, it depends on if the person really knows you, like, because even like in my teens, like 18, 19, 20, a guy come and he asked me to spend the night, because I tell them to always be specific. If you want me to spend the night, then cool, I'll come over there and spend the night. But if you want to bump and grind, then you need to make that known, because then I'm not going to come. Or if I do want to bump and grind, I'm coming still. But I need to know your intentions before I go.
But you were bumping and grinding in Mechanicville. You ain't gonna tell us you
I've dated guys. I've let this one guy used to go to his house all the time on the weekend because he really liked me. And one time I got sick, and he bathed me and gave me medicine, put me in the bed, didn't touch me. All he did was, he bathed me though.
He was scared you were gonna do the one on.
He Bill Cosby your ass. You just don't remember what he did. He Bill Cosby you. But
no, he did.
Mo and Joe, I want y'all to just hold tight for a minute. Sharonda, Mark, I want y'all to know this now. Sherry went to Washington High. If somebody from Washington High told you they didn't know what Netflix and chill mean, would y'all believe them?
Hell no.
She went to Washington High in Atlanta.
She lying.
Sharonda, would you believe anybody from Washington
High? They didn't have Netflix.
I don't know. I'm an East Side girl.
And then Sherry, you was sick. He thought you had the claps. So that's why he ain't touch you. You was sick.
Oh, that was not nice, Mark.
Who had the claps?
When you was sick, he was like, she got the claps. We don't touch her.
No,
she probably just threw up on herself or something.
Damn.
She just had the boo-boo.
What's up, Joe?
Damn.
Mark.
God, no.
Y'all, let me walk Serena out. I'll be right back.
Bye, Serena.
Serena, don't fall for the Netflix and chill, Serena, because Sherry know now, so don't trust her. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust her.
No, what I found in Sherry is telling you the truth.
Mm.
Sherry is well-rounded, and Sherry knows a lot. She's very street smart.
Right. She went to Washington High, so for her not to know what
she didn't know. She didn't know.
Just see them shoulders she got showing. She knew. But go on and walk into the car. We're gonna act like you innocent. We're gonna talk about you while you're gone.
Your hair pretty.
Thank you.
Shut up, Mark.
I just got a haircut today.
Shut up. No, nobody care.
So what are you talking about?
So yeah,
I'm talking to Sherry.
My bad.
When the lady sent me the question, she was like, how much should we actually be divulging? And I was like, that's a personal thing, because everybody don't talk the same way. Like I said, there are people who will tell you everything. And then there's people who won't tell you. Do have to ask them. And
so
depending on where you came from, a lot of people are just like that. It ain't because they're trying to be deceptive. It's just because they don't overshare. Like I said, I know people who
and you shouldn't overshare. You shouldn't tell everybody everything.
So,
yes, sir.
You would not complete a date with a woman because she omitted that she was 275 pounds. Or did she lie?
Okay, now In the scenario I gave y'all, remember I told y'all she said she was 165. She showed up with 2 extra people inside her clothes, and she lied. That's a
That was
lie.
so good.
See, now if she would have been smart and not brought it up, it would have been an
Best man
omission.
stop right there.
But that would have been my fault because I didn't ask the question. Because I will ask. Because
So,
I don't like surprises. That's
so
why I
would
said,
you have completed the date if she had omitted that she was 275?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because she didn't lie to me.
Okay.
See, so if I would have got there, I would have been pissed because them ain't the pictures you got online, but I would have went through with it. The lie was when she told me I'm 5'3", 160, whatever. She said 160, 175. That was a complete lie. She ain't picked up 150 pounds in 3 days or whatever. She ain't did. Girl, I don't know what the hell them
That
bricks
was
you got,
water
whatever.
weight. That was water weight. Her cycle was coming on.
Anyway, so and that's the thing though. We can't keep holding people accountable, and I think a lot of people do it. It's like with the love language. We hold people accountable to what we do, and if we don't talk the same, to me that's the whole reason you have phone conversations so we can start learning how each other talk. Cause Sarah keep asking the question, lots of people ask the question, and I just won't answer it. And I've had a woman who wouldn't go out with me because I wouldn't tell her my birthday. No harm, no foul. I can't miss what I ain't never had. I don't go out with a guy if I don't know his birthday. I'm like, what does my birthday have to do with anything? I mean,
What's the secret?
It's my birthday. I don't have to share it if I want to.
You ain't got to share, but we can find
Right.
it.
So then do that and don't ask me. See, Sharonda already said
But
she got her background checks. Yolanda said
you
she
make
got her background
things
check.
so difficult. You single, right? You single, right?
Yeah.
So how you feel like you gonna find another mate if you always hiding everything?
If my birthday is the deal breaker, then we need to go on and break that deal early, cause it ain't your business.
Okay, so what would you ask? What would you ask?
I need to know if you got stalkers, cause I need to know if somebody's gonna try to hit me in the back of my head. That's what I want to know.
Okay.
What's classified as a stalker though?
I need to know if you were born a girl, cause
Okay.
you know my
That's
open-mindedness, and
That's valid. Or you can just
else,
ask if they have kids, if they birth kids or something like that.
right,
Yeah.
but,
Okay.
And at my age, you know, if you got kids, that pretty much means it because you couldn't do that in my age group.
Right.
And after that, I'm just going with the flow. And if I think of something else that's important to me, you know, I like smoking. I will go out one time with a smoker just to smell them, because some people smoke, but they're not chain smokers. They can stop when they want to.
Mm.
But if they smell like smoke, see, to me, I already ain't gonna do it. So I ain't gotta ask that question. I can smell it. What I've learned to ask now is, how religious are you? Because if you're trying to, if I gotta be, what they say,
if I gotta go to church every Sunday,
or if they want to be a godly man or whatever it is, you might want to skip me by, because I'm
well,
not
you can
gonna
just ask. Like I do ask that. I'm like, hey, do you go to church on Sundays?
And she turned up a drink.
What's up, Solid Gold?
Because if they go, I'm gonna leave.
Solid Gold, where you watching from? Y'all need to tell me where y'all watching. No, Eagle, where y'all watching from? Bo, I ain't even studying you because you bougie. I don't even know how you got on the page. We're gonna block you from now on, Bo. I used to want you on the show. But yeah, I mean, it's certain questions that are important to you that you do ask. Other questions, if you don't ask, should I tell people that should I tell people that I was a cop when I date them?
Nope.
I don't see why I should tell them, even though it's how I get my money. It's who I am. Joe. Okay, so hey, Joe, I got someone from Illinois. So when people say, well, you should tell this, well, part of the getting to know each other is sharing some information. But I feel like, you know, when you try to slip your birthday in there, you trying to tell me you want a gift. We ain't there yet. You know, this meal is your gift. We don't need to know all this personal information. I don't need to know your blood type. I don't need to know your last. I don't need to see your my chart. I don't need all that stuff initially.
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting listening to both these women talk, because one thing I can tell you for a fact, if you want to turn a woman off, ask her age.
That don't bother me.
It don't bother me.
I'm
a lie though.
Yeah.
What?
Damn, she ain't gonna omit. She gonna lie.
Okay, look at that. Now, didn't that go back to the original?
I'm not gonna lie, and I'll tell you, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
y'all know I'm 27. What y'all talking about?
There we go. There we go. Oh shit. Yeah, and I'm 35. But okay, and I'm only 180. But you know that's a lie. But again,
I'm 140.
Men and women have different levels of comfort. If you ask a female, at least I think most of the men on here will agree, if you ask a woman her age right off the bat, you got a problem. Now
Yeah.
she can ask you. They don't have no problem about asking you, but don't.
I
be very-
never ask a man his age. I should start. I
you
never
should not.
ask.
You hey, have another sip.
I promise you, I never ask.
Hey, so
That's
yeah,
because you don't want him to ask you.
No, I don't mind because I'm telling them I'm 27. But well, I'll
What's your
reverse it and say, how old do I
What's your
look?
old midnight ass?
I'm 27. No, that's my spiritual
But we
age.
know
It is
you
what
don't
it is.
get them over 20 years.
I
What?
only ask a guy his age is if I feel like he's a lot younger and he's trying to holler at me. No, we're not doing that.
yeah,
Why not?
It depends on how young, because we gonna go on and do it one time.
You could be a cougar, Sherry. It's okay.
Hold on, Sharada.
It's okay.
How young I got to be to do it one time?
28 has been my
Okay.
youngest
Okay, I'm 29.
with a lot of experience, huh? Okay.
Hey, I stayed at
I
Holiday Inn
got you.
Express last night, so that's all I'm saying.
you know that's one thing. I think
I
people
don't do
underestimate
holiday.
is context clues. Y'all got to use context clues.
Yeah, you do. You
You know
do.
what I mean? It's like
You
it's
do.
like you know, you might not know how old somebody was, but you could ask a context
People
question
age themselves. Yeah.
and find out. You know.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm gonna give y'all a legal thing because it's came up. I told y'all I worked at a club, right? So there was a guy who got locked up for messing with an underage girl, but she was in the club. He assumed because we ID'd, she was legal. Did she lie? Was he wrong? Where was the issue? Where was the issue?
Wait, no,
It was her. It was her because she was being deceitful.
Well, no,
She was
She
being
did.
deceitful.
She
No.
was never asked her age.
It doesn't matter. She was being deceitful.
But
You
so
know,
she-
you are underage. That right there is being deceitful. I don't give a damn what I don't care. That's deceitful because now you're messing up somebody else's life. When your actions,
frozen.
That's it. When your actions, boy, you know, freeze right there. We're gonna get back to you, Sharada, when you come back. But I'm gonna say this: the girl
where did
lied.
Mark go?
The girl lied twice. Okay, she lied to get in the club, and then she lied to the dude. So that's 2 lies.
Well, and
Yeah.
this was the problem. She showed a fake ID to get in the club, and guess what? You know who the law says wrong? The law say the man's still supposed to find out, and that's like, think about this, because I tell guys this, man, it's crazy the way the law is written. When I ask you about how you are, I gotta start doing research. The proof is on the guy, because this guy, and this is one. Hell, I just got called to do a deposition, and I was like, he didn't do nothing wrong. The club ID people, so he could legally assume that she was over 21 based on the club standard. She turned out to be 17, but she in a club. That they ID'd him.
we're
Hell, I
over
go
the
to
age
club.
of consent though, so even still,
Say it again.
she's not underage technically. Then
And it's like, but where's the line? And it's like, so what did she? Who lied? What's up, Robert? Who lied? You know, is that decision, right? But solid gold. Do you do due diligence on a date? Because let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. When y'all go on a date with somebody, has anybody ever asked to see a driver's license?
I'll be looking.
If I just went on a
No.
date with you, sometimes I might not all the time, but sometimes I'll ask. I say I need to take a picture of your driver's license, send it to my mama or to my friend girl, so in case I come up missing. So I've done that before, but it's not something that I do all the time.
What's up, June? What's the line of demarcation? When don't you do it?
If it's somebody that I knows that person, I don't do it.
Because that automatically makes them what, legit?
You got
We
references.
don't make them a killer.
References. Right.
So
You got to check your references.
I'm gonna go. What you got, Mo?
You ain't gonna put me. Don't do that. You ain't, man.
Mo been real quiet.
You ain't
Mo
doing
in that
that.
room by himself too. Don't start that bullshit.
Y'all messing with the age of consent and all kind of stuff. I ain't trying to. No.
Yeah, the dude shouldn't have got in trouble.
Oh, please.
Now, Robert, no good and well, he ain't asked no woman for her ID to my case. He
and I went on a date one time at 17. Well, when I walked through the front door, the girl's mama asked me for my license. That's the only time I've ever been asked for ID.
Well, I get that. I get that at that age, because as a mother of boys, you want to protect your boys and you want to make sure, and you want to protect your girls and you want to make sure everybody on the up and up, and everybody's at the age where if something just happened to slip in, will nobody go to jail? Because a 16-year-old can't have sex with a 15-year-old. 2 16-year-olds can do it. But so I get that. I need to see your ID.
So what information? What's the consensus of information that should be shared so that it doesn't come across as omission? What do y'all think should be shared?
You should share that you married.
Yeah, you should share that. Ooh,
you should share the question that's asked.
I feel like you should if you're married, you should definitely share that, because I don't need no drama. Not only that, give me the option to say whether I want to participate or I don't. See, now you taking my option from me and putting me in a situation where anything could happen, even if it was friendly, so to speak. If you ain't tell your wife you was out with me, then you being deceitful. So now you've put me in a predicament that if your wife, say she was Shar, you know what I'm saying? Shar coming with the lamb chop bone, you know what I'm saying? And we both probably gonna get it. And I'm like, who the hell is Shar?
Okay, Sarah. Okay, let me give you this, Sarah. Let's just say me and Shar, we're not married, but we're in a relationship. So if I say, cause see, that's what I'm saying. You just said I only got to tell if I'm married. So
because you're single if you're not married.
Right. So now she still come in there because Sharonda don't care if you're married. Sharonda coming with these lamb chop bones and a pickaxe. So what am I supposed to am I supposed to say, oh, Sarah, I'm dating other women. I got one crazy girlfriend. Because you only said I got to tell you if I'm married. So if I'm not married, and I say, you ask me, I'm like, nah, I ain't married.
Y'all changing the dynamics. We talking about marriage.
That's what I'm saying.
If you know you got a fool on your hand, you don't need to be asking nobody to go nowhere.
Still doesn't know how to fight. If you can fight, you can.
She went to Washington High, so that probably means she can run.
She can fight.
Exactly.
Washington High people can't fight. They talk a lot.
I don't.
You don't even know what Netflix and chill. You don't even know what Netflix and chill mean. So we're not paying you no attention.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, when we were coming up, there was no such thing as Netflix. So that was a generational.
I know what I saw today.
Joe, you the elder statesman. Joe, do you know what Netflix and chill mean?
Dessert menu.
He probably do now.
She's watching a blockbuster movie.
Mo, do you know what Netflix and chill mean?
Oh yeah, I know what it is now. I didn't know. Hey, but to Sherry's point, I didn't know at one time. But
exactly.
That's because you were the one doing the invite for Netflix and chill, and you weren't getting invited. You was the inviter.
Right.
So Sherry, what did you do with blockbuster night?
My job made me learn. My job made me learn more than that.
Yeah, on our generation, we had blockbuster nights.
Right.
You had no blockbuster nothing. Shut up.
That what it was.
You had Scooby-Doo and the popcorn.
You weren't busting nothing.
No.
You probably were blocking, but you weren't busting.
That boy had Scooby-Doo and a popcorn bucket. Shut up.
Okay, so
let me go find my blockbuster card.
Yeah, whatever. Sheridan already touched on the next subject, so since she just found out, it kind of. So the question was, what beliefs that we have as a kid that we later learned that we got rid of, or how you want to say it, Sherry? That we let go of, or we changed?
What was that?
Sherry, was your question?
No, it was not.
Mark, was it your question? Whose question was that?
It was Char's, I think.
Oh, okay, Char.
What was that? Say that again. I got distracted. I was sending y'all that blockbuster sign I saw today.
Yeah, I see it.
The beliefs that you had growing up that you changed as an adult.
Ooh, so many. Oh gosh. Wow. Yes. Awesome.
Who question was that?
Say what?
Who topic was that?
Oh,
I
it
don't
was
know.
mine.
Oh, Sharon.
Oh, okay.
It was mine. Y'all don't be paying attention, but it's okay.
How we paying attention? We got it in here.
I'm just saying. So a few things. Religion is one.
Jesus.
Say what?
Was one?
Jesus.
Yeah.
What you say the
Religion.
first thing was?
Religion.
Oh, religion.
Jesus.
Okay.
Shut up, Mark. What else? My political identity. Yeah, it's a lot of things that
But
as you get older.
Tell us what you believe and what changed your mind to what you believe now. Give us one.
Well, so here's the thing. There's always been something that like rumbled that just didn't sit right with me. However, when you are in a household and in an environment where this is all you see and this is what's being indoctrinated in you, you kind of just go with the flow, even though something is still like, this is not, So when you get to a age or a point in life where you can form your own thoughts, opinions, decisions, and move off of your own gut feelings, then I think a lot of that changes. And as I got older, religion changed a lot for me. What it looked like, what I subscribed to, the death of my mother played a part in that because I felt like I only went to church for her. So yeah.
Okay, and Robert say Santa Claus. It's crazy some of the things that we grew up on, and like for me, it was with religion because I read enough of the book to be dangerous, and I always ask people, most of us who grew up in a religious type household, we saw the picture of that little blonde dude with the brown hair, but the Bible don't describe him as that. So it's like, where did y'all get this from? Because all our parents and grandparents swore they read the whole Bible 3, 4, 5 times over. So it's like, who is this dude? Because you had that dude, you had that wooden fork and spoon. Those are a staple in most black households. It's like, so you help perpetuate this lie. And it's like, so yeah, I'm not even feeling this. And this one, I didn't have it when I was a kid, but I did have it when I was young, about not going to bed mad. Oh, you never go to bed mad. And I'm like, to me, that's crazy, because you ever tried to keep somebody woke to finish the argument? All they're gonna do is get madder. But when you go to sleep, you can wake up with a whole different perspective. So I changed my whole philosophy about, hey, sometimes the best thing we can do is just go to sleep, let it marinate, let it calm down. Because if we're arguing, and I'm like, no, we ain't going to bed mad. We ain't going to bed mad, because that's what the old people say, never go to bed mad. Shit, the longer you stay up, the more violent it's gonna get. The more sharp the criticism comes, the more harsh things that are said when people are sleepy and tired. So I changed my whole thought process about that. Yeah, let's go on and go to bed, man, and get a good night's sleep and wake up in the morning. Hopefully we won't wake up swinging. Hopefully I won't end up with a pill in my face. So what about you, Mo?
All through life I heard for a lot of times, because my birth father was a mystery. So all through life I heard, that's not your father, that's not your father, and that's not your father. And once I finally found out who he was, because he was an absentee dad, I finally fell on the idea that you can decide who your family members are. They don't have to be bloodline. You can make a decision based on the relationship you have with the person. So all that bloodline and this and that, yeah, that don't do
like
it.
They say, blood is thicker than water, but which would you swallow?
Where in the hell they say that, Sharon?
Yo, Ma, what you talking about?
I agree with you, and I'm a Phil Ball fan, so I know exactly what you're saying.
Thank you, Mark. Finally, we agree on something.
We do.
That's scary. That's scary. Joe, you over there looking perplexed, brother. What is it? What you got, Joe?
I'm going to listen today.
What?
Now I'm gonna say this. I agree with Sharonda with the Bible. And the reason when you say you only went to church for your mama, when my brother passed in 23, it made me question God. And they say you can't question God. And if I can't ask the question, it just made me start thinking about all that shit differently. And that's when I started taking my way from the Bible and understanding that that shit don't make sense. So I agree with that part. So the Bible definitely out. Voting for who your parents voted for, that shit definitely out. Because I want to be able to form my own opinion when I'm voting, because I need to vote for who's best for me. So those are definitely two things that have changed since I was younger as I got older.
Sherry?
I would say, and Shar can probably attest to this as well.
Netflix and
that
chill.
when you're younger, and you're dating, or you meet some little boy or guy or whatever case may be, you think you fall in love, and you see red flags, but you make them amber rather than keeping them red. And so I would say now that I'm older, when I see red flags, I cut them off at the knees. I'm done. I don't do red flags. I notice them. When I notice them, I acknowledge them, I address them. And if it ain't, the answer that, sits well with me, then I'm not doing it. I learned that words do hurt. Yeah. Cause when you was growing up, your mom and, words, sticks and stones make you wrong, but words never hurt you. That's a lie.
Yes, they do. They hurt.
Words hurt.
I'd rather you pop me in my face than the dang on say something that's gonna hurt my heart.
I don't want neither one of them. But that's another,
I don't, but I can heal.
Lesson. But that's another lesson I learned.
Don't say no messed up stuff to me.
Right. Words hurt, but another lesson I learned also is in relationships. When I was younger, if I catch my boyfriend doing something, man, I slap him. Pow! Like I hit a dude with a pot of pinto beans, gonna do all this stuff outside, all that kind of stuff. Just foolishness. You know what I mean? In my 20s, and I had, as I've gotten older, my thing is, don't put your hands on me, and I'm not gonna put my hands on you. Keep your hands to yourself. So those are the things that.
Is this before or after you hit him with a can of pinto beans?
No, I hit him with a can of pinto, not can of pinto, but it was a pot. It was some pot of pinto beans from the stove. And so
I hope they weren't hot.
And look, I was throwing all his stuff outside, right? Throwing him down the steps. Then I threw his TV downstairs. He didn't do nothing. But when I threw his Sega Genesis, he slapped me. And that's when I hit him with the pinto beans.
And you should have got slapped for throwing a Sega outside. The hell wrong with you?
Hey,
those are those no damn malice. Mo was talking about when you aging yourself.
Yeah. See, hey, you learn some things that what they say. You don't mess with a man's car, and you don't mess with his gaming system. Everything else is whatever, but you don't mess with his gaming system. You're like, nah. That's you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Yeah, she going too far touching that Sega, and you got what you deserve.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yes.
I think another thing that I probably learned.
Don't put your hands on me, and I ain't put my hands on you for real. And don't call me out my name. You call me anything other than something lovely and fluffy, no. You got one time to call me bitch, and I'm out. That's a wrap. So
it's funny. It's funny because one of the things, and you really brought it back to me, was my grandparents came from the South. So Sundays, Wednesdays, and possibly Fridays was church stuff. It's all day Sunday, half a night of Wednesday, and then Thursday back to choir practice. So having to listen to all this church stuff, and then once I got bigger and older, started reading different points of view, came to learn what the KJV was, and understanding that this Bible that most of these guys use is false from one end to the other, kind of turned me against organized religion as it stands. So it also made me look into, how one Bible says this guy had hair of lamb's wool and feet of bronze, but you see pictures in these churches of a white guy with blue eyes and blonde hair. So, and then you look at, the original Egyptians weren't white. But every movie, you got Cleopatra that's white, you got all these other people that are white. So organized religion became something for me. And here's the one thing that really got me. My grandmother from Alabama, and both Alabama and New Orleans, once said to me, "Son, if you can count your friends on one hand, by the time you get my age, you've lived your life." So as kids, everybody's our friend. But as I got older, discernment came in and showed me how right she was. Because to this day, if I got 2-3 friends, I'm lucky. When I was a kid, everybody's my friend. And as I went through my jobs, man, some of these guys I call friends, even family, they didn't put knives in my back. They put spears to this motherfucker. So for me, that was where my discernment came in.
And I think we learn discernment, but that's getting off topic. But as we talk about some of the things that the whole holiday thing, as a kid, I was all for it. When I had kids, I was all for it. But once my kids started getting older, I don't want to participate in any holidays because it just didn't make sense. And my mom used to say something to me because I was like, "Mom, why we don't celebrate this or this or this?" And she's like, "Well, we don't celebrate Mother's Day because you're a good son, so you don't have to feel guilty about ignoring me all year. So we're not gonna go to a church." And she was really religious, but we're not gonna go in church and sit with all them people who feel guilty for ignoring their parents all year. And it was the same way with like Valentine's Day. It's like if you treat your woman good, you don't have to do something because everybody else is doing something. Your woman would appreciate you, and ain't no woman gonna want you to spend $50 on some $9 roses. And so I started learning the value of picking people better, not looking at what society said was right. Because a lot of times we get caught in what society tells us right, and it ain't. And you see people going broke trying to keep up with society. Because if all I can afford is this, and a lot of us grew up poor, and we had a lot of love, we actually did turn out pretty good. Because when you start monetizing everything, and you give things value, you missing on a lot. And I think the older I got, the better that lesson became. Because even when you poor, sometimes you can't wait to get money because you don't want to struggle no more. And you have a little phase where you spend money trying to make sure you're not poor. Then you come to grips and it's like, you know what, I ain't got to spend money on this right here no more. I know where I am, and I'm mostly mature now, so I don't need to do this and this. And I think that's one of them things that, when you're young, I can't wait to get this. You want all the name brand stuff. And as you get older, you realize it ain't the name brand stuff you need. You just need quality stuff, and you can lead a good life. And I think that whole maturation thing, because when we were young, we all wanted what we saw on TV. As we got older, we didn't want what we saw on TV no more. It's like, we don't need that. We don't need all this expensive, high price over hype BS. I can make better decisions now. I can get what I want. This is what I want. I don't need those $200 pair of sneakers. If I want a pair, that's fine. But I got to get a pair because that's what everybody else got. As Joe said, your friends got them, so I got to get a pair too. Friends got this, I got to get a pair too. And getting out of that whole peer pressure thing, I think that was part of we didn't know that was a thing when we were younger, but that's what a lot of us did. We gave in to peer pressure as we got older. It's like, you know what? I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to do this.
Yeah, so, we learned financial literacy, some of us.
Yeah, some of us.
Yeah, and I wanted to say this based on what Sharona just said with financial literacy. Joe, you might have some data on this. I haven't been able to prove it, but I do, by observation, I have this information, and it's just that, financial literacy and economics ties into the holidays because the companies are based on quarters. Q4 is the last quarter in the year. Q4 aligns with Christmas, December. And guess what's in December? Christmas, right? Everybody's supposed to spend money. Guess what's the slowest quarter for every business? Q4. Q4. So by design, I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is after, I'm thinking about this stuff and trying to put it all together. But I'm like, okay, so they manufactured a holiday so that they could compensate for economic, downturns in business.
Yeah, because Jesus wasn't even born in December, if you want to be technical.
I'm saying. So after I put this stuff together, man, look, I'm, on an intellectual level, I had to stop believing some things, and I'm gonna leave
Yep.
it there.
Yep.
Let me add this. Sharonda, you just mentioned the word Jesus. The letter J didn't come to existence till what, 18th century later? So they even got the name wrong.
That right there should have blew your mind. That right there should have made you like, wait a minute. You should have been scratching your head. You should have been questioning. And that's one thing that I teach my children. Question everything. I don't care if you're right or wrong. Question it. If something in your spirit is saying that don't sit right, question it. And I think that's something that I didn't do enough as a child. And I think our parents definitely didn't do it. Question everything, because we were always saying, "Oh, don't question me, don't question." No, if I say something to my kids and they like, "Mama, that don't sound," question it. Let's talk about it. Let's go down that rabbit hole together and figure it out. You know.
But remember now, I should tell people, don't get mad at your parents. Our parents weren't as informed as we are, so they were only doing what they were taught, and it was just, as we keep talking, it was generation shit that just kept getting passed down. They got misinformation. They believed who it came from. They passed it down. We got it. Then as we got older, we became more curious, and we start giving our kids a little bit more freedom to challenge, because we start realizing sometimes our kids were smarter than we were. That was never, that was. We weren't allowed to challenge our parents. We weren't. It's like, hey, when they said do something, and some of that still exists, but if they gave you factual data, you were just supposed to take it and run with it. If they said 2 + 2 = 16, you carry that shit through life. You don't care what the teacher said. My mama said 2 + 2 = 16. I'm gonna get this test wrong every single time. But as you know, it's one of the things that we progressed in, which is one of the things I'm truly glad about us as a people. We stopped following that, even though some people still do it. But it's got to make sense, and
it got to make sense.
And the thing is, especially with my panel of people, we don't always have to agree on the same things, because my life has to make sense to me. Ain't nothing about my life got to make no sense to Sharonda. And I hate when people try to make their logic be my logic. Hey, player, one of the greatest things I ever heard one time, and I want to say Sam Massell said it: never judge a man until you walk a mile in his shoes. You can't walk a mile in my shoes. You can tell me your story, and it might be like mine, but my circumstances and stuff are different, and they base how I look at things, how I make decisions. So I can't tell, well, Joe, you should have did this. Well, if that ain't Joe's experience, Joe can't do that. Mark can't do that because that wasn't his experience. And those are the things that we learn, because I think we were taught that we were a monolith, that everybody should act the same way. This is what
everybody
you should do in this
vote the
situation.
same way.
This is what you should do in this situation. Well, don't make a scene.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
No,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna add, like what you were talking about, how things change, and that is, one of the things that, like, my mother-in-law, she used to tell her daughter, which is my wife, to tell her, just keep your head down and get your job done. My wife in a whole different generation. She ain't doing that shit. She gonna quit the job and go get another one. So
that pay more.
The point is, as time progresses, things gonna change. That's one of the things that changes. I mean, these kids today, they ain't think about no damn longevity at a job. Are you kidding me? I know dudes that, they get the job a month, they gone somewhere else. And I'm like, well, I'm sitting there, I'm done with my career. I'm sitting there like, well, I would have stayed, try to do 20 years at the job,
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No, I ain't doing that.
I give a company 5 years.
Facts.
5 years, and it's time to go.
And you know what? That's the right way, because the companies will string you along. If you allow them, they're gonna string you along, give you them little 30-cent raises. You did good this year. You did real good this year. Okay, 30-cent raise. And keep stringing you along. And then by the time career is almost over.
And we were taught to get a job. We weren't taught to find a job we like or to be happy in those things. And I think, that's more of a thing now. Don't get a job that stresses you out and puts you in a position where you come home and you're always unhappy. You got a good job, but you're always unhappy. You're always stressed. It's your health is failing. And I think that's one of them things, because our parents never had jobs that they loved. They had jobs that paid bills. So
all money ain't good money.
I'm with you too, Robert. I want my watch. Because I didn't like the sheriff's department, but when I saw retirement was a few years away, I wasn't finna start over. And but that's one of the things you got to decide.
But
Well, I
hold
think
on,
when you work in
DVP.
the government sector, it might be a little bit different because that the long term is better. When you're in the private sector, you know, I worked 2 years and got a almost $30,000 bonus. So it's like you don't get that oftentimes in the government sector. So, but you guys get that pension and you get
Right.
other benefits. So you know, you just got to do what works for you.
But see, in your world, you just got to be smart and know how to do investments, and you know that's where people got to learn to educate
Mhm.
themselves based on what you're doing. You got to know how to provide for yourself, so you don't
Right.
have to work until you're 80. Because to me,
Correct.
that's the craziest flex going. People who not preparing themselves for retirement. Whether you
Mhm.
do it Sharonda's way, you know, if you're a computer person and you bouncing for the highest paying job, make sure you put some money in a 401k somewhere. Put some money
With
somewhere
each of
so that
those
at some
jobs.
point you can stop. Because I see too many people working not because they want to, because they got to, because
Mhm.
you never had you never had a real career, and you kept bouncing, but you were never saving money. You just living for the moment. And I keep telling people, you know, YOLO sounds cute, but what happens if you live to be 70? You ain't saved up no money, so now what you gonna do? You got to keep working, and
Yeah.
it sucks to have that you living life one day at a time. You're gonna fuck around and not die. Then what you gonna do? You not dying, so now you got more problems. And you know, some of us grew up and we learn to be prepared for tomorrow. If it come, we prepare for it. If it don't, then you know we left our family something. Because we're gonna talk about Mo.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
been volunteered 2-3 times. Go ahead. You had something to say before I call on you.
No, look like Joe has something to say, and they're not gonna say something after. You don't got nothing, Joe? Okay.
No,
No, so in
Joe
the
be looking
comments,
so serious, don't he?
yeah, Joe, yeah, that's how Joe do. Leave Joe alone. All right.
He
So
only started that when Sherry joined in past.
Y'all
Mark,
gonna get off Joseph.
Hey, listen, Mark, you be up here in a little while. We're gonna see if you can get back.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll be up there. I'll be up there
I
in a
know you
couple of
will.
weeks. Matter of fact, I'll be up there the 12th.
I know, and I'll be waiting on you. Don't worry about it, son. I'll be waiting for you. And
Hey,
you'll have a
hey.
date. You'll have
Y'all
a date,
going
all
on a
right.
date?
Yeah, we're going on
You
a
want
date.
to-
Hey, Mark, don't you
Mhm.
know not to mess with a dude that always wear a workshop apron?
Hey,
Don't you know what
Ain't you
that
seen
shit means?
Dexter? Ain't you seen
You
Dexter?
carving something?
Are you crazy? Do you know what
that's
what you
that's
doing?
Mr. That's Mr. Etsy. I done been to the house.
You
I know what
survived.
he got going on.
Yeah. So
Is
I
that a
was just
sharp
gonna
object?
I was just gonna comment on what Robert put in the comments. It looked like he's joking, but I don't know if he is. But I'm just gonna say this is the carrot. This is the carrot that they dangle. Robert said, "I want my gold watch after 30 years." That's the carrot that they dangle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you stayed with us for a long time. You know, you let us, step on you and pay you
Mm-mm.
pennies. After 30 years, you know what I'm saying? You get this, you get that, you get that. You go to the meetings and they give you the breakdown on that. Yeah, that's all garbage. That's all
It's
garbage.
probably a Geneva watch at that. Don't
And
give
you know
me
what's
that
crazy?
bullshit.
A Seiko. A
You
Seiko.
want 30 years for a damn Swatch watch.
Mm-mm.
When I retired,
Mm-mm.
I worked with a guy, and you know, when he retired, he got a thing because he never missed a day of work. And you know, everybody patting him on the back and this, and I'm like, you know how insane that is? Because where
Mhm.
we from, that sick leave, when I retired, and I was smart because I took all my sick leave because you can't get paid for that. But your comp time and vacation time, they give you a check for it. Dude, you had over 20,000 hours of sick leave, and you make $75 an hour for a fucking watch. Man, I would
Yeah.
have been sick. I would have been sick for 8 years. All that time would have got burned out. But he was so proud. I never missed a day of work. And look how
Yeah.
much money you left on the table. Look at what
Yeah.
you left on the table.
I'm that
We
guy.
Yeah. I used to be
sometimes
like that. I used to be like that, Darren. But you know what? I kind of equated that to growing up and your parents put an emphasis on perfect attendance,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I had perfect attendance until I was in high school, 12th grade. I went one day and I didn't tell my mama, she was mad at me. But perfect attendance my whole school career. So that carried on to the workplace where I always went to work. I never called out. I never took time. And that's stressful. And I got to a point, I said, you know what? F that ish. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time. And I think people need to realize that if you croak over, they're going to post your position. Like,
Yep.
before your body
They
get cold.
gonna send a card to your family. They might send some roses. You're not gonna get that gold watch, and your job gonna be posted. So
Oh, yeah.
let's normalize taking our time. Take your vacation, take your
Army
PTO,
song,
take it all.
the
And-
Army
and-
song says, first to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, but the Army keeps rolling along. And it's like, and that's what I tell my soldiers. It's like, don't put all your energy, the work gonna be here tomorrow.
Yep.
I said, if you get hit by a bus tomorrow, they ain't gonna name no post office after you, no sign, no nothing.
Nope.
I said,
Nothing.
you're gonna hear from people for probably a week or two. Once you buried and gone, they ain't gonna even remember you was in the unit. So I don't let no job stress me either.
DVP,
And I let my children take days. I let them take time. If they not feeling it, they want to take a mental health day from school. No big deal. Take it. Everybody needs it.
I can tell you in 30 plus years of police work, I think I took 30 days on medical, which was dumb. Because one of my coworkers after a seminar told me that in 18 years, she had 9 years on the medical. Same money, not more money. So who's the dummy?
Joseph.
No question. No question.
And it's one of the things that, you know, we got to pass it on because, like I say, when I saw what was going on, because I tell everybody, man, manage your sick leave. Get that out the way because you will not get paid for that. If you got to go see a doctor and take you some time off, if that thing say every time you see a doctor, you get 5 days off, get them 5 days. Get them 5 days. You don't get no bonuses for that. And you can't get that money back. And I'm like, hey, man, because they like, when I retired, I had 27 minutes of sick leave left. I was like, you know what? I'll get them that. I'm not finna work a whole another 2 weeks to get an hour. They can have them 27 minutes. That's my gift back to the county. But y'all gonna pay me for my vacation. Y'all gonna pay me for my comp time. And it's like, and you know, it was so crazy because people like, hey man, you got that comp time. We could give people comp time. And people like, hey man, you got all that comp time. Why don't you give me some? I said, do you realize that comp time is money? So what you're asking me to do is to give you 10 grand. You want me to give you 10 grand. I said, make that make sense. I come to work just so I can do this. You don't come to work, so you're not getting it. And I should keep rewarding you. And yours ain't no real emergency. And it's like, oh, that's on you. It's like, oh man, I can't believe I work hard for this money. I came to work for this. You've been here just as long as me, but you keep taking off and burning time. And people want to get upset with you. It's like, but you do realize this is real money we're talking about. Because when I leave, they're gonna pay me at $42 an hour for each hour I got. You want me to just give you 40 hours for no reason? Because, oh, your daughter's sick. I hate it for you, but you should have been coming to work, player. You should have been coming to work.
You got to manage your time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Take it, but manage it.
Hey, so on a larger scale, because this conversation is interesting, and what's interesting about it, y'all can chime in on your own with this question, but I had to learn all of this stuff we talking about on the school of damn hard knocks. Nobody told me how this shit worked. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn it over time. School of hard knocks. How come? There's no space where you can learn how to manage the job. They need a damn course for that, because this stuff we're talking about here, we all learn through experience. Is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe somebody got some training. I don't know, but I just think anyway. I know everybody here is probably passing it down, but on a larger scale, I think there needs to be a space where this stuff can be pushed out and people can understand, because otherwise you're just gonna go through the same bullshit we went through. It's ridiculous.
Did you know that actuarial numbers for retired policemen say that they will die across the board? That average policeman will die 3 years after retirement. Now here's the prologue to this.
Wow.
My uncle did 38 years. When he retired, he had 10,000 hours he had to pay him on the books. Died 3 years to the day he retired. 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And most of his friends did the same thing.
And it's crazy because, like, I retired at 44, but Joe will tell you, I'm probably an anomaly because I had a plan.
Yeah.
Most of these people are working till they 60, 70 years old, because a lot of people start late. But it's like once they don't have a purpose, and we find that with a lot of older people, once they retire and don't have a real purpose, because their job becomes their purpose. They ain't doing what Sharonda doing, where you traveling, where you enjoying life. Because if you ain't saved up, when you 70 years old, you
gotta work.
well, even if you want to, at that point, you don't probably work yourself to the bone where you tired all the time. You don't have the same energy. You gotta enjoy life while there's time to do it. Because like I said, especially, and Joe mentioned with cops, most cops got bad backs because of their belt. So they already wearing down. They got a bunch of degenerative diseases just because of what they've been doing. It's like, yo, man, you got to enjoy this. You got to take some time off. Man, they won't give it to me. Bro, read the handbook. They don't have to give you shit. You can take some of this time. You have a job that requires you to have a gun. OSHA says the minute you don't feel safe, they can't make you come to work. I mean, my favorite excuse was, I've been drinking. They like, what? I say, well, you can't tell me to come to work when I've been drinking. That's against the law, player. This you can't. You can write me up for drinking, in this time, but I'm not coming. I said, well, you need a doctor's excuse. I'm not finna drive to the doctor. If I've been drinking, hell, I could have drove to work. No, you'll figure the shit out. But you got to figure out how to take care of your own health, because we start the show with mental health. We're doing a lot of this to ourselves, and we'll blame other people because we keep everybody holiday grown, but you keep letting your job tell you what you can and can't do for your own mental health. And when you find yourself getting to that point, you're snapping at your kids, you're snapping at your spouse, nothing makes you happy. That's a clue. Take some fucking time off. And if you got to pay $25 or $50 to go see that doctor, hey man, go see that doctor and tell them what you're going through. They'll tell you not to come to work.
And most jobs have a program.
Yeah,
most jobs have a program.
After I got fired from my last corporate job, and I realized I ain't give a fuck about me, I could care less about a goddamn job. The last time I had a contract, it was fuck y'all. I tell y'all when I'm coming, when I ain't coming. I ain't getting, reasoning why. And now that I own my own company,
not going that far.
And now that I have my own company, I tell my contractor, if you ain't coming, I don't give a fuck. I don't care why you ain't coming. Just tell me when you gonna come. So if you got that wake up on Monday, just call me and say, hey man, I don't feel like coming today. Okay, cool. I just need to know when you're coming. Because I realize I don't give a fuck. And you should not give a fuck. But just tell me when you coming so we can make this situation work. Because I remember the days I used to sick.
Don't be trying to down the stroke, man. We got rules for this shit.
No, I'm sick and I ain't coming today. Fuck that. I tell a motherfucker I ain't coming and I just don't feel like it. But we have been programmed and trained that you can't miss work. You got to go to work every day. You got to do this. Fuck that job. That job don't give a fuck about you. And when you die, your job gonna be posted before your body get cold. Fuck them folks.
Well,
I ain't gonna go to that extreme because I like what I do. I love my job. But
you love your job.
I get you. I do. I love my job. I love what I do. I don't say F them because they treat me well. Very well. So
you still want to be dependable and reliable.
And you want to be dependable and reliable, yeah.
You want to gain the perks so that when you do abuse your authority, don't nobody bother you. I mean, with the sheriff's department, they weren't gonna bother me because I was a good worker. I pushed the envelope way too hard sometimes, but I knew that they knew that I was good at what I did.
They can count on me.
They knew. You ain't gonna replace me. You can replace me, but you can't replace my production. So yeah, I use that to my advantage. And that's what I tell you. You still got to be good at what you do. You can't just go in there with that mentality because you got one time and you replace just like that. Well, it's like, oh, look at him. He's taking advantage of the situation. Damn right, I'm taking advantage.
Georgia,
everybody is replaceable. Everybody.
So I like, the thing is, I like my job, right? What I didn't like though was the job politics. Horrible shit, man. I love doing the job, but them damn politics, man. We need it by Friday. Friday come, I bust my ass all week. Oh, we got a couple extra weeks, man. Listen, somebody almost got hurt. I'm like, are y'all crazy, man? I miss going to this, and this because y'all put the pressure on me to get this done, and now we got more time. That kind of stuff right there. Yeah, I can do without that.
I'm gonna give y'all a scenario about a job. And this is truly how I feel about a job and everything around. Fill up a bowl of water. Put your finger in that bowl. Put your finger in that bowl of water and pull your finger out. as quick as water fill that hole up where your finger came from, as quick as they replace your ass at the job. Fuck them folks.
That's a hell of an analogy. That's a
And,
hell
Fuck
of
them folks. And they will do it.
and
You around
again,
there busting your ass for goddamn for them folks. Fuck them folks.
I'm gonna tell you this. Joe know this. Sharonda know this. Hell, even Sherry know this. You can't replace good employees. You can replace the
No, you
position,
can't.
but you cannot
Yeah.
replace them. You can't.
Because they'll
replace the
never
work.
find another me.
That's why you got stuff like the Jordan rules. And Joe know as a police chief, he let certain people get away with shit because they were invaluable. Yeah, when they retire, you're gonna replace them, but you miss them being at work. You want to call them and ask them stuff. That's why being an expert at something pays so much money. Okay, when you leave a job and you go back as an expert, you wait way more money because they still need you. They need you. That can't be replaced. Like I said, they can replace your position number. But when you become good at what you do, oh, brother, please believe. That's how when you leave somewhere, you can sit there and let people bid for your services. You don't want to you don't ever want to get to that point for everything. You want to be good at what you do. The better
that's
you are,
the
the more
problem.
credit you get.
That's the problem. Everybody is replaceable.
No.
Regardless of anything, everybody is
Because
replaceable.
everybody don't have the same skill set.
Everybody ain't got the same.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Everybody is. That's what we went wrong. We think we irreplaceable.
So we
everybody is fucking
Let me tell you
replaceable.
something.
Look at it right now.
When I pull my energy away from a job, the effects are felt. Because I'm not just bringing my skill. I'm not just bringing my qualification, my experience. I'm bringing my love. I'm bringing all the things that are intangible to that position. And you will never find another me. I left one company and the after effects are in their metrics. The bakery is basically going to shit.
Did that company close? Are they still in business?
They've had several bakeries that closed, yes.
Yeah, so
let me say this. We talk about one. Out of all the jobs you left, did all of them close?
Actually, three did. Three did, yeah.
Yeah, and hold on, that's part of it, but the whole point is the inconvenience because I'm in the engineering field. I was in the engineering field. I'm gonna tell you what these dudes did. These dudes put goddamn locks on their work, digital locks on their work. They kept some of the secret code on a different computer outside of work. And guess what? You get rid of them, you got a damn problem on your hands, a big problem. So while they're gonna be replaced, it's still gonna cause some pain and hurt on that company. You know what I'm saying?
So,
just like a relationship, you'll get over it. They get over it.
Okay, Mark.
Yeah, that's one of the ones we can say we can agree to disagree. Because I bet Joe can tell you that he had some problem employees, but they were great at what they did. He was careful to do what he did. Because you can, like I said, you can replace a position, you can replace a body, you can't replace a good person. What we do wrong is too many of us think we're irreplaceable, and we are not. But when you're good at what you do, you know that you're not. You know this, and you don't have to say nothing about it because your boss is gonna let you know. When you do something, your boss. My boss, it's funny. The captain I used to work for, before I was eligible, he made sure I got my first rent-free apartment, and it wasn't even in Fulton County. He said, take the weekend off and move. He said, don't fill out fill out this paperwork. If don't nothing happen, we're gonna act like you was here. If something do happen, then you already got a form filled out. You're supposed to make me take 3 days off to move, but he wanted me to be happy. He gave me them 3 days. He didn't have to do that. When you're a good employee, the system is going to work for you. It's too many of us believe we're good employees and we ain't shit. They can't wait. They can't wait. And it's a difference. The shit employees, the clock watchers, yeah, they easily replaceable. But the ones who coming in, they're energy efficient. When I worked for my last few years of the sheriff's department, nobody knew what shift I worked. Nobody even questioned my work. I was told not to be on the news and let them know if something went wrong. Nobody knew because they let me do what I wanted to do. So
you retired and the sheriff department still moving forward without you.
You're right, but guess what?
When I retired,
guess who called me for the first 6 months? See, but you missed the point, Mark. For the first 6 months, I had judges calling me, asking me how to get something done because nobody there knew how. See, they put somebody in my position, but the work didn't get done. So, and look at
they still calling you. Are you still getting them calls?
I am.
No.
They try to get me. Oh, yes, I see you.
It's replaced and their life goes on.
Look at the sheriff department right now and tell me they better. They not because they got a lot of shit employees. I hear what you're trying to say, but you
Didn't
cannot.
somebody just escape or something from up there?
No, you actually had a dude broke in to sell some shit. You cannot replace great employees. Ask y'all, he was a police chief. You cannot replace them. They are never replaceable.
You can replace. You can put bodies there, but you're still not getting the same production.
You're not getting that same energy.
The job's still getting done.
It is not.
Shit.
If anybody can do your job, that means you are replaceable. Anybody couldn't do my job, Mark. Anybody can't do some of these people.
There's somebody doing your job right now.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
Yeah.
I bet money. It's somebody doing your job right now.
It's somebody in my position, but I guarantee they ain't doing my job.
They doing their job, which is your position.
When I first left,
If you want to be super cop and go above and beyond, that's on you. But they doing the requirements of the job because they still in the position.
See, talk to a manager asking that question, Mark. Because I guarantee don't nobody else do that. That's right. It's 7:57. Yeah, shit. Yeah.
Bye, Yolanda.
Bye, Yolanda. We're gonna talk about insurance next week because that's been on Sherry's mind. So we're gonna get some insurance.
The eighth DVP, the eighth.
For the insurance?
The eighth, yeah.
Or for Sadaka.
No, I told you I just talked. You goddamn old and senile. We just talked. I told you my financial planner is gonna come on the 8th. My financial planner is gonna come on the 8th. Because he talks to
talk about whole life and term insurance.
He is in the insurance industry as well. Go back and read the text I sent you.
I'm gonna start smacking people. All right, Sherry, give us some parting words.
It's been a great night. I'm sleepy. Hope y'all get some sleep tonight. I'm so sleepy.
You've been out gallivanting. We see your shoulders. I'm sorry, we see your clavicles.
Yeah, she's over that midnight chill effects or whatever.
I've been outside today. But anywho, of course, always great discussion. I learned something every time I'm on here. So
you learned that they crazy.
No, you more so.
She learned with Netflix and chill, baby.
I've been knew that meant 5 years ago. I just found out.
Oh damn.
But, next time, Joseph, be on time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shar, keep on keeping it real, girl. I appreciate you. Mo, you slow motion tonight. You ain't have too much to say, but you know, I know you hold that. And Mark, I ain't gonna even say nothing about your bald head ass. Somebody got the damn claps. I don't even know no claps up.
You don't know what the claps is. You went to watch
Not
it.
really. I've heard it when I was younger, but I didn't know what it was.
And we gotta finish talking about it. Sharonda, what you got for me?
Man, I ain't got a doggone thing. I'm in Philly. About to go back to my hotel room. I had a wonderful meal. If y'all couldn't tell, y'all sat with me through my whole dinner. I had some oysters, some lamb chops. See, that's what happens when you a good worker and you work for a good company and you like your job. You know, you get the benefits and stuff. So y'all keep on keeping on. And see y'all next week. I ain't got no joke for y'all this week because I don't want everybody, you know. And
you taking the lamb chop bones to the room?
Man, I ate them lamb chops. Some lamb chops was good.
You're taking the bone with you so you can stab.
She fucked the bones up.
She'll stab you with them.
I'm gonna pop you with them on the back of your bald head.
I won't tell you what that mean now. Joe, what you got for me?
I can't follow that. How you expect me to follow that? You got to be crazy.
I was gonna let you follow Sarah. I was trying to give you time because she called you out. She said, "Don't be late for class no more, sir." I just want to, you know.
Look,
I
man.
just
Look. Sometimes you got to follow direction.
For real, Joe. That's
a good man right there. That's a good man.
Joe, we giving them just like that.
That's a good man, Savannah.
Good man, Savannah.
Yep.
Mark, what you got?
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell everybody out here, fuck that job. Be happy.
I
Fuck them
can't do
people.
it.
Fuck them people, because at the end of the day, they'll get rid of your goddamn ass. Netflix and chill, man. You gonna watch part of the opening credits and you gonna fuck. Next part is, hey man, hey DVP, we got them on the date next Tuesday. I'm putting it on my calendar.
Hey man, text
Because
me.
you
Don't
don't
put it
tell
in
your
my
birthday.
text
Since
me.
you don't tell your birthday, my birthday next Thursday. So we going on a date on Tuesday.
Mo, what you got?
Who playing that gospel music?
Yeah, I just want to say, good show, good people, good information. If y'all got something y'all want us to discuss, send it to DVP. Let's get it in the show because, I think one of the tenets for this show is to help give people good information or something to at least think about, something different than what you're already doing. So get your information in here. We'll chop it up on here, and hopefully, it'll do you some good.
When you gonna do your next read along? What's it gonna be about?
I got the next one. I got two of them. So the next one is probably going to be about childhood trauma. My book, Perforated Fiber, is my autobiography. Maybe I don't look like it. Maybe I do. I don't know. But I had a lot of childhood trauma, boy. A lot of that stuff. And so, we read the book and have a discussion and figure out.
I don't have an autographed copy of that either. Just as a side note, you know what I'm saying? I ain't being messy. I'm just saying.
Joe, sit down, Joe. Joe, sit down. Turn around, Joe. Joe. Turn back around.
Cinnamon says she has an idea.
And you know I was going for, right?
Hey DVP.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
still waiting on my book, so I guess I get it on our date next week.
I told you to
So
meet
Mo
me at
won't send me
Blaze.
one.
Hey,
I
man,
told you to
I
meet me at
sent Mo my address. He won't send me a book, so I guess I get it on our date next week.
It's
There's
still in
only
the
one,
book.
wait, Mark. There's only one problem. It doesn't come in the comic book form yet.
Hey man,
Jomo, you already was goddamn late.
it's 8:03. Before I get my little message from the census, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, hey man, y'all know what it is. Hey, Reed, we need to holler. I'm working on the yard, my brother. Peace, popcorn, and chicken grease. I'm not messing with you, Misfits, no more. No more.
Liar.
No
Liar.
Till Wednesday.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.